Hey you guys, what's up? My name is lukemick and this is my review for Gone Girl. So Gone Girl was probably my most anticipated movie of the entire year. I completely adore David Fincher as a director. He's one of my favorites of all time. And what this movie is about is a couple, Nick and Amy Dunn, and they are played by Ben Affleck and Rosamund Pike, and they live in a small town in Missouri. And their marriage isn't really going so well, and a lot of that stuff is kind of implied in the trailer and in the movie. And the woman, the girl, the wife, goes missing one morning, and Ben Affleck is just kind of dumbfounded, like, well, where did she go? I mean, my house is kind of messed up. And a lot of people are starting to kind of think that and assume that he was the one that abducted her or killed her or whatever happened to her, because she's missing. No one knows if she's dead or not. Then there's blood in some spots of the house, and there's just a lot of unanswered questions, and this movie is a gripping mystery tale. I loved Gone Girl. Now, when I see a movie that's directed by David Fincher, and Tarantino and Scorsese and these guys, like David Fincher kind of falls into that elite group of directors like that. And when I see that any of these people are putting out a long movie, like a 2.5-hour movie, sometimes up to 3-hour movie, I really don't care, because usually they make their movies with such great pacing, and they usually just go so fast, and they're usually just very entertaining. The Wolf of Wall Street, Django Unchained, Pulp Fiction, and now Gone Girl. And Gone Girl is definitely one of those movies. This movie moves at such a brisk and perfect pace. There was not a single moment where I was bored, and the thing just flew by, honestly. This movie is paced incredibly well, and a lot of that goes to David Fincher because of just the settings and the characters that are in this movie. Now, the performances are impeccable. Ben Affleck plays the husband who is accused of murder, or they're kind of assuming that he murdered her. He did amazing in this movie. Like I said, he's dumbfounded a lot. He was pretty funny in the movie, and he just did a really good job playing the role of this husband who doesn't really know what's going on, and he's being accused of everything. Amy Dunn in this movie, Rosamund Pike, she was fantastic. So this is probably the best performance that Rosamund Pike has ever given. I believe that she should be nominated for an Oscar at this point in the game. With the movies that have come out so far this year, she definitely better be getting an Oscar nomination, because she was fantastic in this movie. And another guy who was in this movie who a lot of people usually don't like, and I've always said this guy is kind of cool. Like, I don't like it when he plays Medea, but when he plays just himself, I kind of like him, and obviously that's Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry played the lawyer of Ben Affleck in this movie, and he was awesome. This movie really showed that he's actually can be a good actor, and I really liked his character in this movie, and he was pretty snippy, he was funny, and I liked him quite a bit. Neil Patrick Harris is also in this movie for a little bit, and he does a good job too. Everybody in this movie does a great job. Now, the soundtrack by Atticus Ross and my man Trent Reznor is fantastic. It sets the mood and the tone of this movie perfectly. It gives it a very eerie vibe, and I just love Trent Reznor, and I love Nine Inch Nails, and that's that. David Fincher's direction in this movie was flawless as well. Like I mentioned, the pacing of this film is breathtaking and amazing, and of course the movie looks fantastic as well. It's totally David Fincher, and there are some sick things that happen in this movie, and for the last 20 minutes of this film, like, something happens, and I'm not going to tell you what, and I was just smirking and smiling the rest of the movie, the last like 20 minutes, because of what happened. This movie made me feel so good, even though it's such a twisted and messed up movie. I loved it. It made me feel awesome. It's so exciting to see another great David Fincher movie. This was a great addition to his filmography. Gone Girl was honestly pretty flawless in my opinion. I'm going to give it 5 out of 5 stars. I have not given out many of those this year, but this one definitely deserves it. David Fincher, one of the greatest directors of all time. I'm getting really fanboyish in this review, but I loved Gone Girl. It's amazing. So this is lukemick signing off. Please subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.